Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because Wizards was nice enough to let me into early access, I am able to humbly present to you the return of Blood Moon. Yes, we are turning everything into mountains here. This is the mono red firebending. The Fire Nation is officially attacking on this one. This is mono red aggro like you've never seen it before, with new abilities, new powers, and the firebending mana generation, and a nice spicy Blood Moon for it right there. So before we get into this one, with all of the new cards that are coming out or out already with Avatar: The Last Airbender, which releases Tuesday the 18th on Arena, before we get into all that, I need you to do something for me. Tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't like and subscribe to this video, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. So you got to watch out for that werewolf, man. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places you can check us live. We'd love to have you there. Hit that bell for notification because we do streams almost every single night. New decks, new builds hanging out. We'd love to have you there. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information. Post your decks, ask questions. It's all there on Discord. We'd love to have you. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, you go down to the AetherHub or the Mox field and you will find it down there. And you'll be ready to go for Tuesday, or you could already be rocking out on Tuesday. Happy Avatar release. So what are we talking about when we talk about the new mono red here? You see, we got a lot of new cards in here. First things first, what you need to understand about firebending, what that does is when it says firebending and a number, firebending X or firebending whatever, whenever this creature attacks, you gain that much red mana. So basically, you're generating the fire, but firebending itself doesn't actually give you the spell to put into it. If you want to hit someone with it, pump something up, you need to have spells to cast that with. So it generates the fire. You need to do something with that fire, which is a very unique way of doing it. So we want things to use for the massive amount of fire that we are going to generate, the massive amount of mana. That's going to be the trick. When we have things like prowess and attacking aggro creatures, basically, we're going to want damagers like Burst Lightning, which is a very good one. 1 red to any creature can knock somebody out right away. Or later in the game, when we have all that good red mana that we've generated through firebending, we can hit that kicker and do damage directly to our opponent for 4, which could end the game for him. We also want stuff that's going to make things go faster. So that's why we're going to have Wild Ride for 1 red right here, +3, and gains haste until the end of turn. Really good to give somebody haste because a lot of these cards don't actually have haste even though they have prowess. That'll accelerate them as well. We also have stuff that will give us trample. I'm going to choose Crash Through. I know it's a sorcery. You kind of have to cast it before, but it will trigger prowess and it also lets you draw a card. Now, if you want some other pump-up cards or other stuff like that, I don't mind saying Dreadmaw's Ire or even Might of the Meek for the trample ability right there. Those are both pretty decent pump-ups if you want instant pump-ups as well to play during the fire attacks. These are going to trigger prowess and get you downrange quicker, and then you're going to cast stuff like Burst Lightning or Combustion Technique or any of these other ones as you go down. Now here's the trick. We're gonna keep Great Train Heist till the end because I'm gonna give you a little secret about this one, okay? Because nobody really plays this card, but it's due for a comeback, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. So we have our pump up spells, we have our boost spells, we have our damage. Let's get down into how we're gonna be doing those. What are our workhorse creatures we're gonna be doing? Well, first things first, we got to talk about Zhao the Moonslayer. This has got everyone excited because this is Blood Moon back in Standard, basically. 1 red and 1, he is a 2/2 menace human soldier. Non-basic lands enter tapped. He would be good enough just for that. The amount of non-basic lands that people are playing, especially in combination 3-color decks, is huge. Slowing anybody down by a certain amount, by that much, especially if they're trying to play like a combo deck, they're trying to play like a Grixis, or, you know, they're playing Una Bant or something like that. That really, really turns down the speed that people are able to do things, and then they have to waste a turn trying to get rid of him. Not only that, he's a 2/2 menace. So we aren't really running any non-basics. You could run all red on this. We are putting Fire Nation Palaces in here. Honestly, you don't need it if you don't want it. But other people who are running complex decks, slow them down. We're going to slow you way down. So the other thing that he has is you can pay 7 and put a Conqueror counter on Zhao. As long as Zhao has a Conqueror counter on him, non-basic lands are mountains. Now this is funny, because if they don't have any red in their deck, if they're running like, you know, like I said, they're running an Abzan or something, you basically can lock them out of the game. If they have no basic lands down and they have no real way of getting rid of him with red mana, guess what? They're never casting a spell again. All of their mana is locked to turned into mountains. They're done. Okay, so if somebody only has non-basic lands out and they're not normally running any red spells, you know, like I said, they're running Unibant or whatever. They're cooked. That's it. The game's over. They can never cast a spell again as long as Zhao in there, and you never have to do anything. You never have to attack with Zhao. So that is very, very bad. You're saying, Jay, that's 7. That's a lot. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Don't worry. You're going to get there faster than you think. Firebend Ascension is a really fun card right here. 1 red and 1. It's one of those enchantment cards that create a token. It creates a 2/2 soldier with Firebending 1, which is very useful. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to activate, you put a quest counter. So basically anything that you have that has a Firebending attacks, you put a quest counter on it. Then it has 4 quest counters. You can double the trigger that got off for that. So if you attack with a Firebending spell, and you had, you get the 4th quest counter, you get double the amount of firebending for that. Great way to generate a 2/2 firebending soldier early on. Now the big one that everyone's going to be talking about, probably the new best red card here, is this Human Monk, Firebending Student, 1 red and 1. Prowess and Firebending X, where X is this creature's power. This is where we want to play our pump up spells. You put Firebending Student down and you hit it with Wild Ride. That's attacking for 5 immediately. It's going in as a 5/3 immediately. And not only that, when it attacks, guess what? You get 5 mana. That's what I'm talking about. When you have stuff like Mei with the exhaust and Zhao, this is crazy. So if you could get this out on turn 3, if you do Zhao on turn 2, then Firebending Student on turn 3. On like turn 4, you could potentially activate Zhao's power because you are generating so much mana when you swing in, because this creature right here has prowess. So you cast Wild Ride, you cast Cash Through, you cast Lightning Bolt, it prowess. It pumps up, then you have a huge amount of floating mana. Zhao hits, the Blood Moon is activated. We've got him right there. That is how we're going to do that. So that is a really, really fun combo right there. You're going to have a lot of mana. You don't let those big numbers scare you, because we are going to be pulling off some crazy tricks. Mai is also another fantastic prowess for as cheap as an uncommon right here. 1 red and 1/3 Human Noble with prowess, so she likes to get pumped up. She goes really well with any kind of Wild Ride or Crash Through, because she also has the ability you can exhaust her for 3. You put a double strike counter on her. You can only put 1 double strike counter on her, but why would you need more than 1? So this is another way to sink extra mana into that people aren't expecting. You swing in with Mei, Jaded Edge, and Firebending Student. Everyone blocks. You say, okay, I'm going to use my floating mana to, pump her up, give her double strike, and cast Burst Lightning, and all of a sudden she's a 3/3 first strike, or something like that, or double strike on her. Very, very deadly, very dangerous combination play. So you have all those extra mana. You're going to have so much mana, you're going to be wishing you had more cards to spend it on. I guarantee you with this one. Another great removal card right here is Combustion Technique. I do like this. It's combined. Its damage equal to 2 plus the number of lessons you control, lessons in your graveyard. We don't really have that many lessons, but I just wanted to show you this because you can swap this in for anything. Like I said, you could do Torch the Tower, Lightning Strike, or Dreadmaw's Arm, or Might of the Meek, or anything. You could swap that in. If you wanted to do more lessons for Combustion Technique, you certainly could. It would be pretty good, but I just wanted to show you a cool lesson card that is back right there for a little bit of extra damage to play on the attack as it goes. Now, another great card is going to be the Last Agni Kai here. You're saying all that mana goes away at the end of combat when we Firebend. Jay, I don't like that. I want to spend all that mana on something else bigger. Well, I have a good news for you. The Last Agni Kai will help you do that. You swing in with a big creature like Firebending Student, that's like a 4 or 5 power right there. You hit Last Agni Kai for 1 red and 1 as an instant. Creature fights another creature you control. Then, if the damage dealt exceeded that damage, So if you had your 5/3 attack a 1/1, you get 4 1 red, you get 4 more mana because you did more damage. And then until the end of next turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Okay, so you get to keep all that mana that you generated for Firebending until the end of turn as long as you cast the last Agni Kai. That's the way that you keep that extra red mana. It's very, very useful. It's a very useful card. It's an attack card. It generates mana and it lets you keep mana. Now here's the secret sauce. I was not sold on this card, but this is really what brings it all home. The Legend of Roku is powerful, man. This is going to be a saga here. This is a mythic rare. 2 red and 2. Exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. First of all, red loves card draw. It especially loves that exile off the top, and you may play anything. You're going to get a land, you're going to get pump ups, you're going to have so much cool stuff to do. Then it not only does that, it's going to help you cast whatever spell that you got after that, because you add 1 mana of any color. Chances are that if you play this on turn 4, turn 5, you're going to put down a mana and you're going to get an extra one. You're going to have 6 mana going into this. Like I said, you're going to be manned like crazy. So then at the end of it, you get Avatar Roku. You flip it over and it transforms into a colorless 4/4 Firebending 4 legendary creature avatar. And if you have 8 mana, you generate a red dragon creature with red dragon creature token with flying and Firebending 4. Now you want him to attack, so this guy, I always recommend having a spare wild ride for him so he can immediately swing in and generate 4 mana. He immediately generates 4 mana on his own. That's half the price of his little dragon. Next turn, him and his dragon go in, they can create a dragon on their own. So now you have almost every single time you attack, you have infinite dragon. You have free money to just generate dragons like crazy. The more and more dragons you make, the more and more deadly it is. The game's over by that time anyways. So Avatar Roku is an absolute crack card. This saves so many games from disaster, hitting Avatar Roku. Now, let's talk about the secret sauce. Great Train Heist. Nobody plays this card. But like I said, you're going to have more mana that you know what to do with, and this is an instant speed card. Nobody is expecting you to play this. This is how you win games, okay? It is spree. It is an instant. You pay 1 red, untap all creatures you control. If you pay 1 more red and 2, untap all creatures you control. If it's a combat phase, there is an additional combat phase after this one. So you swing with like Roku and Firebending Student and you generate all that red mana. You can hit Great Train Heist and immediately have another combat. Also, you can give everyone first strike and +1, and when somebody hits, you generate a treasure token. So, being able to instantly generate another combat phase in the middle of combat when people aren't expecting it and give everyone +1 and first strike is insane. That's 6 mana, but 6 mana is Roku attacking and Firebend Student attacking with 1 prowess on there anyways. So you have an enormous chance right here to just generate a huge amount of mana and get a second combat phase that nobody is expecting. Because you can cast this in an instant. You can cast this after they declare blockers. As long as it's combat, you can declare it. So they can say, I'll just lose these blockers, I'll do that, or I'll just chump block you or whatever. And then you go back in again, and everyone is pumped up again, and then you can recast a bunch of spells. It's crazy. That is a finishing move right there. That we love to run with Great Train Heist. It won me a couple of games. Fire Nation Palace is a great way to firebend more. I don't know if you need it that much. It's not super necessary, but I wanted to bring up the card as available. 20 mana as we go. 12 creatures, humans, monks, nobles, and soldiers. 13 instants, 6 sorceries, 8 enchantments right there. 22 lands on a 1.9. This is going to be a Blood Moon Red aggro prowess firebending deck right here. Very different from the current the mono red decks aggro. So if you want to play something new, exciting, and very, very hot, go with this one. Already talked about a lot of these other options. Solstice Revelations is not bad either. You exile cards from the top as instant speed. You may cast a card without paying its mana value if it's less than the number of mountains you control. If you don't cast the card this way, put it back into your hand. So that's a good one to play as an instant speed for firebending. Fire Nation Attacks is a useful one too. Because you do instantly get 2 1/1 soldiers, so you can play that as an instant on your turn, so you can have those soldiers later on and then bring it back for a lot of mana. But honestly, like I said, you're going to have so much red mana, it doesn't matter. And Redirect Lightning is a good one to bring up right now as well, because that is essentially a red counterspell that in a dire situation, you can pay the extra mana to redirect a spell or ability. or pay 5 life and maybe save your own life by changing the target that somebody does. So that is a possibility as well. So that is what we're looking at from Blood Moon Red. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you excited about blood mooning people? Are you going to teach people that they should actually run some some regular lands in their deck instead of all double lands, non-basics? I think we should. Let's get into it, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let's go. Who said they're banning her? Oh, look, it's Croakies. He goes first. Grixis Azula is. Firelord Azula is standard legal. I like it. Croaky's doing something different. Love it. Let's do Firebend Ascension here. Hopefully he won't kill that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. No blocks, take the hit, boom, boom. Sanguine Evangelist. Oof. First lightning. Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 2. It endures 1. Double strike on May. Boom. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Sanguine Evangelist. Boom. Boom, boom. Got him. Not bad. Not bad at all. AC-10 Marco. This guy beat my ass before. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Don't have a lot of good options there initially, but... Moonslayer. Boom. Zhao is going to be very important because of the people that he's just going to slow down the whole affair, rather. Top 3 cards. Oof. Okay. Zhao the Moonslayer. Very nice. See if he's got counter spells. We're gonna find out. Hey, what's up, Blue Giant? Patron of the Warp, welcome to the show. That's an instant, so we do Legend of Roku. Do Wild Ride. Rocket it in. Look at that. Rocket in. Very nice. I'm loving them. Hey, what's up, Joseph? I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mizio. I have Patron of the Warp. I absolutely have. It's very good. It worked really well. I did Landfall, Earthbend. I've done Earthbend and Firebend. I tried Airbend, it didn't work that good. I gotta try Airbend better Earthbend situation. He's gonna kill it. No, he's not. Opt. Okay. Comes in tapped. Goes in for 2. Opt. Firebending student. Okay. That could be interesting, yeah, to trigger a bunch of land to death, as it were. Boomerang basics. It'll quench you. Oh, is this Jess guy? Ew. Ew, is this Jess guy? Excuse me while I jest this guy. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Push. Firebend X. Yeah, this is just control. Lame. Lame. This is just Jeskai control. Tsukigami, how you doing? Let's put down my Jaded Edge. Let's Wild Ride her. Gonna play the knockback, combustion technique. If I can pull off the Blood Moon next turn, I'm good to go, actually. Accumulated Wisdom. Soka, Tenacious. So that would be Harmonize. Be +3, +4, +5. Oh, please don't have the fucking knockback, man. I can't deal with it. Opt. Create an ally. Blood Moon is activated. Boom. They can only produce red mana off of these. Luckily, it won't matter because they have that. Boom. They got rid of it. Frostcliff Siege. Pop, 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 pop. Teamer. Human Warrior Ally. He's got all acceleration here. He's no problem doing what he needs to do. Let's see if there's a counterspell ready to go. Probably. I would imagine so. I would imagine there's a counterspell ready or a knockback, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. He could have won last turn, now he's playing around. Boom, boom. Too much mana, boys and ghouls. Did you see how much mana I drew, by the way? I drew 10 pieces of mana in the first 18 cards. Take me hot to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. You're gonna take me hot to go. I go first. Nice. Okay, so... No way. Okay. That's how you know someone's gonna be on some bullshit, is when they run that thing. Yes way. Boom. Hush Village. Badger Mole Cub. Enters. This combination, this fucking combination is gonna be the most broken ramp that you've ever seen in your life. Okay? I just want to let y'all know that. I want to let y'all know that shit right now. If you see what he's doing here, you'll understand that this is some of the most fucking busted shit ever. You have to take out Badger Mole Cub as soon as you possibly can, or you're gonna lose the game. It's insane, but that's where we're at right now. Bright Blast Gear Cub. I'm telling you guys, the number one thing I can tell you right now, if you don't take out that fucking Badger Mole Cub, as soon as that shit hits, you are going to die and lose a violent, terrible death. The things that are going to happen to you if you don't fucking get rid of Badger Mole Cub, man. The things that are going to fucking befall you. Earthbend isn't mandatory. It's very good. I mean, technically nothing is mandatory, but, you know. Reliquary Sacrifice. Red. Firebending Student. Firebend Ascension. This is an instant. We can wait. Creatures you control. Until the end of my next turn, I can play those. I might as well draw a card, I suppose. It's another fucking mountain. Didn't need that. Yes, he was about to generate 8 mana on turn 3. Yeah, the number one thing people are doing is just generating mana with the new set. Unfortunately, mana generation is the most broken ability you can do. That's kind of the problem. I've seen this same deck, I don't know, 1,000 times. This same deck gets played over and over and over and over again. It's a humongous ramp, and it just kills you by like turn 4 if you don't have removal or board wipe or something like that. Hey, look, it's our buddy. It's our buddy Badger Mole Cub. So let's do target creature you control fights creature that you don't. Rocket. Click, click, click. Wrecked, bro. Wrecked. Wrecked. Got him. I was gonna generate a ton more mana there and generate yeah, that was good. That was good stuff right there. Lone Fox, there we go. Okay. Do this. Boom. Oh, wait. I'm really looking forward to the set now. We kind of deserve it after the flop of Spider-Man. I know. We do deserve a good set for ourselves, don't we? Don't we, boys and ghouls? You're not allowed to firebend, bro. That's what I do. he's just gonna play kill cards on this, huh? Nothing but kill cards. Boom. Boom. Yeah, you didn't fucking kill 3 of my creatures immediately. Bayo. My turn. Zhao. Put Zhao down. Boom. Okay. Ace of the Crimson Pulse. I don't think he's got this, boys. Boys and ghouls, I don't think he's got this. Boom, boom. I'd love to go first. Let's see if I get it. I don't know how many times. Let me see. How many times have I been first on this? I've been on the draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times out of the 8 games that we've played. Isn't that incredible for a mono red aggro deck? Oh, this is the whatchamacallit. Yeah, we're gonna lose this. We absolutely cannot go first with this deck, man. That's fucking wild. It just can't be done. It just fucking can't be done. It just literally cannot be done. We can't go first. It's impossible. We'll never be allowed to. Boom. Boom. We're gonna do that. All right, now we're talking. Pop. Legend of Roku, add a red mana. We'll do that. We'll do my. We'll do you. We'll wild ride you in right there, bub. For a 5-banger. Very nice. Okay. that going for him. End it. He's got something big he's going. He's got a lot of treasure. Gotta do something here. Gonna get a big hit. Something real crazy. Beseech the mirror. Okay, here you go. Phoenix. Okay. Boom. Got him. Close one. Human ally. Yeah, I didn't expect the Nemesis to die either. Ops goes first. Look at that. Lovely. That multiversal passage. A lot more L's. I think we got him. No, you know what? Let's not bolt the bird yet. Let's wait. Okay. Great chain last. Let's do Legend of Roku. Ascension. It's only for the it's only for It's only for content creators. Mountain. Add 1 mana of any color. Red. Pomp. Um, 2, 4, 6. We'll do no blocks. Okay, well, if he's got a counterspell, I can't do shit, but we're certainly going to try this. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Flood Pit's Drowner will fuck me up at the end. That'll fucking do it. Every time. Well, it's not for the elite, it's for content creators. Do you create content? Because you're saying none of this shit is worth playing. None of this shit is even worth playing. I'm not even going to play it because it's not even worth it. All the old shit is better anyways. That's the problem. So you have a very serious problem here, where if people aren't going to show you the new shit, what you're saying is it's not worth it. It's not worth putting in, even for free. You're basically saying, I got these cards for free and I don't even want to play them. That is what you're saying when you do that. That's essentially the argument that you're making. I have the entire new set to play for free, and I don't even want to, because this stuff sucks. That's it. That's like basically what you're kind of saying. I'm not interested. They're not interesting cards. They're not as powerful as the old ones, so I'm not even going to bother. That is what we run into, unfortunately. Let's do this. Oh, he's holding up priority for something here. He's holding priority for something. Untap all creatures you control. Boom. Got him. Well, they did. Theoretically, they did. theoretically they do put restrictions, but really good, amazing on the play. When we play the same Simic deck over and over again, which we played, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, we don't do so good. But overall, I had a good time with this mono red. Mono red's very powerful. Firebending is by far and away my favorite new thing. By far and away, followed by earthbending. Airbending is a mixed bag, and waterbending is... It sure is waterbending. I'll tell you that much. It sure is. But sleeper hits, Legend of Roku, Agni Kai, very, very powerful card right there. Legend of Roku, I did not expect to be as good as it was, but it sure was. My Jaded Edge, and I even got a Blood Moon off with Moonslayer. Even though they killed it right away, it was still fun to run. So, I mean, if you're looking for a new mono red, we are missing Screaming Mimi, but Great Train Heist is a great way to spend your mono red to get the extra attacks off. So, I like it.